everyone! Welcome to a fountain pen video. Oh, I just smacked the mic, sorry. Welcome to a fountain pen video. I am Azize, aka Gourmet Pens. The pen I have is on loan from ASC Pens, which is Armando Simoni Club. It is absolutely gorgeous, and I was really excited about sharing this one with you, so I am going to do that right now. The pen is presented in this giant box. The box is very useful, so let's take a look at inside. It comes with your pen, like your ASC thing. It's just got like the details about ASC, like Armando Simoni Club, the founder, like the tradition continued, a couple of the models, that kind of stuff. The standard stuff, right? You receive a little felt sleeve, and it is presented in this magnetic flip box. There's a lot more going on here. So inside the box, I took the pen out so that I wouldn't drop it. Let me just show you the other parts, and then I'll show you the actual thing that we're looking at. It comes with this. So the pen is the Armando Simoni Club Gladiatore Medio Arco bronze. Now, I'm not Italian. I don't know how to pronounce that properly, but hopefully you understood what I'm saying. It is the smaller size to the large regular Gladiatore. That's the best I could tell you for now, because we're going to look at it in more detail. It is Arco bronze celluloid, 18 karat gold nib, 12 facets, piston filler, etc. That's what they say on here. And it comes with your ASC Club member card. It comes with your warranty, which is 18 months against mechanical failures due to faulty materials or workmanship. So that's cool. It comes with the little card signed by the maker. When I made this pen for you, I started with a solid celluloid rod. I machined it precisely, then adjusted, polished, and assembled it by hand. Enclosed is a sachet of shavings from the celluloid we used to make your pen, which is really cute. My finishing touch was hand polishing your pen with our special blend of pen polish and beeswax to give it the silky luster you see before you. I hope your pen brings you many years of writing pleasure. From Italy with pride, ASC, and it's signed by the maker. Really cute. So the box is not obscenely sized, and the really cute thing is the pen came in one of these little plastic cozies, that you get with fruit. It's precious. You can't bang it up. So it came with that, and it comes in this humidity-resistant case. So first of all, it makes a nice display. It presents the pen beautifully, and it keeps it safe from humidity and salt in the air and stuff like that, should you store your pens like that. I don't store my pens like that, but if you do, it might be desirable for you. So let's close this box up because I don't want to lose any of the parts. And it doesn't belong to me, so I don't want to lose anything doubly. Okay, so that's the box. The pen. The ASC Gladiatore Medio. Medio? Don't know. The finial has the ASC gold plate logo. It says ASC Armando Simoni Club. You will recognize the OMAS clip with the rolling ball. One thing I don't like, the ball is a little too loose, okay? So there's that. The cap band has the Greek design on it. There's a secondary band at the end of the cap that says ASC Gladiatore Medio Arco bronze number with the number. I don't really tell you the number. The pen has a Arco section, another band, and it's a piston filler, no ink window. It is a true piston filler, so it is actually a piston. It's got the number 6 size gold nib. It is a fine medium with the ASC logo engraved on it, and the same mishmash type thing, cross hatching. So we will look at that in more detail. Ebonite feed. It's got a bit of a sharp step up to the barrel, but it's pretty far back. It's not sharp, but it's a significant step. So if you hold your pen really far back, you might feel it. But if you hold it this far back, you probably need the size up. I don't. It doesn't bother me. For me, this is actually super comfortable. So unposted, I got no issues. I believe the cap fits on the back of the barrel, but I would not say it's postable because of the material. So I'm not going to post it because it's on loan, but just to show you the size, I'm holding it in place here, so it's like that big if you post. Don't post. Not necessary. So, the pen is made of the Arco bronze celluloid. Famous, infamous, nefarious, naughty. It's a very beautiful material. I know it's not for everyone. It appeals to me, so that's great. Actually, it's not great because it means I always am attracted to it. It's very beautiful. It glows. It's like a flame. The sides are darker and striated, and the ends are just radiant. It looks really good in sunlight and just actually any light. So the pen itself is like my kind of pen, like it's my size. But I have a whole bunch of other Arcos that I'm going to compare with it, including Omas in various sizes, as well as other ASCs, just to show you what size you can expect. Now, this is not an inexpensive pen. It is basically $1,000 US if you're a member, or $1,200 if you're not a member. Let me just make sure I didn't miss any details for you. 12 facets. The length is 147 millimeters, 16 millimeters in width, free US shipping. So the only downside I really feel, aside from like the price, I mean, it's expensive. It is Arco, but it's expensive, right? The nib options are very limited. You don't get a choice. It's basically a fine medium and that's it. So there's that. But if you only write with a fine medium, like perfect, right? That works for you. I would prefer other nib options, but that's okay. I've got other pens that have different nibs. So if you're looking for something in Arco that is more affordable than another, like an Omas with Arco bronze, it's a good option if you're okay with the nib option. Size, nib tipping, fine medium. If you're curious what it writes like, we're going to see that in just a jiffy. So there you go. On loan. Thank you to ASC for loaning me this pen and making me fall in love with it. I kind of hate you. But it's not surprising that I would fall in love with an Arco bronze that fits my hand and has a nice smooth nib, is it? No, it's not. So let's go look at it, how it writes, and I'll see you in a second. Bye. Hello! All right, let's take a look at this Armando Simoni Club Gladiatore Medio in detail. So it's beautiful. I mean, I know not everybody is into Arco. That's perfectly fine. Personally, I like it. I like how it glows. I like how it's shiny. And I love how it smells. So the details of the pen, there is that finial. It's very different to the Omas, the O. And the clip is the same. That's fine, but it's a bit rattly. I love the center band. Here is that new addition at the end, where it says ASC Gladiatore Medio, Arco bronze, number X. Not going to tell you the number. It doesn't really matter. Piston filler. Everything on this particular one seems to line up pretty well. And, I mean, it's beautiful, right? It's a very good-looking pen. So there's all those facets. It's very glittery. Uncapped, there's that large jump from the section to the barrel, but it's not sharp. It's just larger. And in terms of size, it's a really nice size. I find it extremely comfortable. I'm pretty happy with it. It's a touch girthy, but not to the degree that it's uncomfortable. The nib is very interesting. It's got ASC. It's got this interesting pattern on it. I like the pattern. The only problem is it holds a lot of ink, and then that ink gets crusty when it stays there and it dries up. One thing I found with the pen is that it dries out really fast. So that is something to be aware of. Of course, I'm using an ink that is slightly on the dry side. This is the Mont Blanc Elixir Pourpre. But before we do the writing portion, let's just do this, okay? Because I have this pen, and I have a whole set of other pens. So let's take them out, or let's open this up, because I thought it would be hilariously fun to do a look at a bunch of Arco. So there is the Medio. Okay, there's the Medio. Here is, this is mine pen. Sorry, I'm just trying to line up the pattern there. Okay, so the Medio, this is the original Omas Paragon, like one of the regular ones, so it's definitely smaller than the Gladiatore. Here is the Paragon Grande, the Arte Italiana Grande, so it's a larger pen. It's still larger than the Gladiatore. Maybe I put it over here. It doesn't really matter. I mean, it's not really about, you know what? It's not really about the size of these pens. It's more so that it's just fun to look at them, right? I don't know why I was lining it up like that, sorry. Here is an Old Wind Classic, which is a colossal pen, and it's huge, so. We've got the Visconti ASC Arco Manhattan, which is a pain because it never wants to stay. All of these have really heavy clips, so they all want to roll. This is the ASC Pavarotti in the bronze celluloid. Here is the Pavarotti in the Arco Verde, which is, God, it's exquisite. We've got two more ASCs. These are the Bologna Extras. And I'm just showing you all because you could see the difference. Every pen is totally different, right, in terms of the Arco pattern. We have the ASC Bologna Extra in Arco Verde. And I know this video is about this pen, the Gladiatore. But potentially the pièce de résistance for the Arcos is this 360 Arco. So look at that. Honestly, it just blows these other ones out of the water. The surface area and the design of it just gives the Arco so much more depth and glow, and it is just wild. So I thought you would enjoy seeing these. I'm not going to uncap them all. It doesn't really matter. Just want to look at them. It's really fun. Like, wow. So obviously most of these do not belong to me, and so I just wanted to show you. So let's move these aside back into their homes, and what we will do is do the writing portion now of this Gladiatore, and we can, these three belong to me. So here's that Gladiatore. Still beautiful. Let's do a bit of writing. I'm going to zoom in a little for the writing. Let's do some writing. We have the Armando Simone Club. Oh, sorry. This is what happens when I don't look at the camera while I'm writing. But if I do look at the camera, it gets even uglier. This is the Gladiatore Medio in Arco bronze. The nib is 18 karat. It's basically a fine medium. I would call this a fine in terms of the Western standard. It has a fair bit of feedback. It's a pretty firm nib, surprisingly. But it is well tuned. My main issue is that it just runs dry when it's capped. So if you leave it for like a day, it goes dry. That's not cool. So that's pretty annoying. So typically you have to prime the feed or lick the nib. And trust me, when you lick this nib, there's so much dry ink on it, it's kind of gross. But when it's going, it's not a super dry writer or anything. Little bit of line variation possible. No skips, no hard starts. It performs well in that regard. Free weight for sure. Reverse is actually really pleasant. It's a very rounded tip there. Overall, it's quite lovely. Fun. Beautiful. And unfortunately, not mine. So, thank you to ASC Pens for loaning me this pen so that I could review it and share it with you and get the opportunity to fondle a whole bunch of other Arco. You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, Patreon, Pinterest, and Instagram as Gourmet Pens, as well as Toronto Pen Company for your nib needs, your calligraphy and lettering needs, and for workshops. We hit up a lot of pen shows, so there you go. If you did like, I would love it if you would like and subscribe. It's much appreciated. And that's everything, guys. Thank you again. Thank you for watching. And we will see you next time. Bye!